He's built multi-million-dollar companies. His explosive books on health and wealth have sold over 60 million copies. Now, The Kevin Trudeau Show they don't want you to know.
But there's one thing that every single person absolutely knows, that they have to think big. They are big thinkers. They don't think small. Every billionaire is a bigger thinker than every millionaire. They simply think bigger. And they started thinking big when they were just starting off, when they were broke. They were always big thinkers. Don't imagine that they started thinking big when they started making money. They could even think bigger. But when they were first starting off in business, when they were in high school, when they were in grade school, when they were in college, they had big dreams. They had big dreams. I had a guy tell me one time, he says, Kevin, the only difference between you and I is the size of our dream and time. How big can you dream? There's magic in thinking big. That's why there's the name of the book, The Magic of Thinking Big. There's power in thinking big. All successful people dream big. They have to expand what is possible. And you expand the possibilities by dreaming big and thinking big. How big can you dream? How big can you dream? I used to sit around with people who used to play a game and said, you just hit $1 billion lottery. As a matter of fact, it was so much money after taxes, you just got $1 billion cash deposited into your bank account, and all your taxes had been paid. What would you do? What would you do? And here's the thing. The Elon Musks, the Warren Buffetts, the wealthy people, Stephen Jobs, the billionaires, the super wealthy, if you were to ask them that question, they instantaneously start giving you answers. Oh, I would do this and 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 this. As a matter of fact, they'd say, I need more than $1 billion. For all the things that I see as possibilities that I want to do, I need more than $1 billion in cash after taxes. And then you talk to the guy who's making $100,000 a year or $150,000 a year or $80,000 a year. And they have no clue what they would do. They have to think. It takes them a while. Would you pay off your mortgage? Yeah, I guess so. Yeah. Did you get a different car? Never really thought about it. They're not dreaming. They're not thinking big. It's not even in their realm. So what happens is their mind is contracted. If you want things to start being attracted into your life, if you want money being attracted into your life, if you want opportunity to be attracted into your life, if you want people that are going to help you make your dreams come true being attracted into your life, you have to get big dreams. You have to dream big. You have to think big. Dream big. Guy said, you have to have a dream so big it would take 3 lifetimes to accomplish it. You got to dream big. This is why one of the techniques to help you dream big, and since you don't, is a vision board or a dream board, where it's an actual board that you put up on the wall and you cut out from magazines or you print stuff off the internet of things that you want, the car, the boat, the jewelry, or even better, you sit in the car of your dreams and have somebody take a picture of you there and then put that up on your dream board. You stand in front of the mansion of your dreams and have somebody take a picture and you put that up on your dream board. You use AI and you put yourself in the picture on the beach in Hawaii or in Bali or wherever you want to go in the world, or on your private yacht, or put yourself using AI sitting in a private jet. Whatever your dream is, how big can you dream? Successful people always dream big. They think big. This is why we go dream building in the Global Information Network and my private club, my private success club. When people join, we take them dream building. Our summer conference, for example, this year is in Beverly Hills at the Wilshire Beverly Hotel. It's the Pretty Woman Hotel. Talk about dreaming. And it's right at Wilshire Boulevard and Rodeo Drive. So you see all the Ferraris and Lamborghinis and Rolls Royces and Bentleys and the AMG Mercedes. I mean, they're all lined up everywhere. The Maseratis. You walk down and you see the Gucci store, the Patek Philippe watch store, the Rolex watch store, the Stefano Ricci men's clothing store, suits, $15,000. Bijan is there. Ferragamo is there. Chanel is there. The gorgeous clothing. All the different brands. Louis Vuitton. On and on and on. One after the other after the other. And you see celebrities walking around dressed fantastic. And you start dreaming and you look and you're thinking, there's a purse for $35,000 for the purse. And you're thinking, I can't afford that now. Maybe one day. You start dreaming. You see people 20, 30 years old, 35 years old, driving around a Rolls Royce that they paid for in cash. You go and look at the homes, $15 million homes, $20 million homes, $25 million homes. Forget the $5 or $6 million homes, they're just average. You see these big houses and you think, who lives there? Oh, a woman, she's 28 years old, started her own business, came from Nebraska, and she just bought that $20 million house, paid cash for it. And you're thinking, if she can do it, why can't I do it? If her, why not me? And why not right now? How big can you dream? You got to dream big. So successful people always think big. They're doing a real estate deal in New York, and there's two real estate guys, and this is a true story. They're in New York. They're starting off. They're buddies. They went to school together. They decided to get into the real estate development business together. Their families are about exactly the same in terms of income and net worth. They have the same amount of money to get started. And one guy says, I'm going to do a deal on this house. This is back in the 70s. And he says, there's a hotel. There's a $1 million property that I'm going to jump into. And I'm going to turn that property. I'm going to flip that property. I'm going to make $1.5 million on that $1 million property. I'm going to make $500,000 net. I'm going to turn that $1 million property into $1.5 million property. This is back in the 70s. It's a lot of money. And I'm going to make $500,000. He had a big dream. And his buddy went by and said, there's a $100 million hotel, and I'm going to turn this into a $300 million hotel. I'm going to put $200 million in my pocket. And it took both guys about the same amount of time to do their deals. And they both succeeded. One guy made $500,000. The other guy made $200 million. What was the difference? They worked the same amount of hours. They had the same skill set. They had the same amount of money to get started. They had the same connections. The difference was the size of their dream. And that one guy who made that big deal, by the way, is currently president of the United States, Donald J. Trump. And he was very famous talking about that deal. And he said, it would take me the same amount of time and effort to do $1 million deal as opposed to doing a $100 million deal. So I put my effort into the big things. He goes, because I think big. I mean, here's a guy who just says it right out of his own mouth. I think big. I can't think small, he said. It's not in my DNA. That's what he said. And it's true. For most of you, it's not in your DNA. Thinking small is in your DNA, which is why you have to clear that out. Do some money processes. Join the Global Information Network. Go through the Success Mastery course. Go through the Science of Personal Mastery course. Do some things. Take charge. Take some action to change your ability, or just start by doing some dream building and using your own willpower and saying, starting today, I'm going to start thinking big. And then read the book, The Magic of Thinking Big. Start there. Start thinking at least bigger. And some of you think, I can't think that big because I just don't believe I'll ever be able to achieve it. That's correct. If you believe you can or if you believe you can't, either way, you're right. It's the thinking that makes it so. So start small. Just dream bigger than you do right now. Go as far as you can see. And when you get there, you'll see further.